Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles and this is our Ring of Honor show for the week. Sorry it's a little bit late, been a really hectic week for both myself and Gary, and as you see Gary still busy today. I'm going to go right into the show. Most of you guys have seen it by now. If not, I believe they posted for the general public on Thursday, so you could go back and see it. The first match of the night, we have Coleman and Alexander with Jay Lethal versus Matt Taven and Fish and O'Reilly, which is Red Dragon. Match is joined in progress, and we see about the last 2 minutes of it. I really can't give an opinion on it because it's an incomplete, really. I wish I would have got to see the full thing. I mean, some really intriguing talent in there. Coleman, Alexander, Lethal, Red Dragon, Matt Taven, who, if you've seen last week's show, I soured on him a little bit. But maybe with the right opponents, he'd look great. And you got some great opponents there. You got CNC Wrestle Factory, Jay Lethal. I just wish I could have seen more of it to give an honest opinion on it, and we didn't get that opportunity. The next, and I think they did a road rage, which means that they, instead of taping the normal TV show, they just take a show and edit it down for TV. We've seen them do that with their pay-per-views before. Our next match of the night is Kevin Steen versus Jimmy Jacobs. Starts off as a normal wrestling match. Scum comes and interferes. Steen says, "I knew this would happen. Let's make it a no DQ." Yada yada yada. Steen picks up the win. I really want to say this because I went into this with some pretty good expectations. I'm a fan of both the guys, Jimmy Jacobs and Kevin Steen. Jimmy Jacobs is one of the really underrated talents in wrestling. He could do everything from brawl to technical wrestling, face, heel. I mean, guy's a very talented wrestler. And Kevin Steen, you know, me and Gary both have an extreme amount of respect and admiration for him, and we think he's one of the best in the world, no pun intended. This match just didn't do it for me. I mean, with two guys that have been hanging around for the better part of 2 years, working together for 2 years, I expect a lot better, and it just didn't deliver. I mean, I'm sorry, I really am. I really wish it did because, like I said, I really like both the guys. But I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but I didn't like it. I did not enjoy the match. I wish I did. I really do. We go into our main event, a World Championship match, BJ Whitmer versus Jay Briscoe. Now this is where the show did a total 180, because up until this point I was severely disappointed in it. But BJ Whitmer and Jay Briscoe put on one hell of a hard-hitting, old-school, beat-your-ass, you know, something that you would have seen at a Harley Race and Terry Funk kind of match. Just two guys going at it, slugging it out, beating each other up. Whitmer takes a dangerous spot where he gets dumped over the ropes, through a table head first. I mean, Jay Briscoe shows a killer instinct going after him, even though he seems to be injured, not letting the ref stop the match. I thought it was a fabulous match. I think both guys in it looked better coming out of it, which really in pro wrestling, wins and losses don't mean that much. The fact of the matter is how you come off in the match does. And BJ Whitmer, who I do like, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's never to me seemed like world title material until this match. And after the end of this match, I said, okay, I could see them giving a BJ Whitmer a title run. I mean, he put on a hell of a match with Jay Briscoe, and definitely, if I was to rate this show just on that match, this would be a 5-star show, 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. I mean, you got so many different styles of wrestling, and I enjoy a lot of them. I like the brawling. I like hardcore matches. I like technical masterpieces. I mean, and there's a gambit. I mean, you got guys who can do everything, and the beauty of pro wrestling is when you see something, it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, an hour long counters and counters to counters and moves and stuff you never seen before. It could just be a knockdown, drag out brawl like this was, and it still gets you just as excited and just as interested and just as happy as a technical masterpiece. And that's what I love. I love the different styles and different blends of wrestling, and what Ring of Honor does, they bring it all. They give you a little bit of everything. I mean, they're mostly known for their in-ring talent, and it is among the best in the world. And it is they do got some of the best in-ring matches there is. But when they need to, they bring the brawlers out, and they got great brawl matches. I mean, this final battle last year with Steen and Generica, that was just a war. Years back, the Homicide Colt Cabana feud, that was amazing. But this match really, it was a great match. I mean, the match itself is a 5 out of 5. But unfortunately, I gotta rate the show on the whole of the product. And sad to say, my friends, but I'm gonna have to give this one a 2. I mean, Jacobs and Steen underwhelmed me. It was very disappointing in my opinion. The partial match, that's an incomplete. I mean, I can't grade something that I only seen 2 minutes of. And don't tell me, there's matches that are less than 2 minutes. Yeah, there are. But I didn't get the psychology that led to the ending. I just got the ending. So it's like a Raw recap. I mean, that's all it really is and I don't know. I guess I expect better from Ring of Honor, and I know it was time constraints probably, but they could have fit it better. They could have I would have rather seen an interview here, something to that nature, and I don't know. But I'm giving the overall show a 2 out of 5. It would have got a 0 if it wasn't for Whitmer and Briscoe, but they brought it up that much. But Jacobs and Steen, I was very disappointed in. I expected that, when I looked at what was going on, I expected that to be the match of the night, and it wasn't. It was terrible. But basically, that's all I got to say about this. My name is George Coles, and this has been Heel Heat.